na tumeambia polisi mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station piga yeye risasi. Mtu yoyote.
Kenyans, today I want us to speak about Murkomen. I mean, this guy can't be serious. A whole lawyer telling police to shoot, to kill. I mean, where did you even get to this point? And this is one of the reasons why Kenyans are, especially the Gen Z, are very angry with this government, because of the arrogance that we get from the ministries and from the president himself. And we know these words doesn't just come from Murkomen. It comes from above.
And for our men and women in uniform to be safe, we must give them the equipment for them to be safe so that they can secure our nation, our families, our properties, and our children.
Anyway, before you even get started and even delve deep into, Murkomen and continuing to make Gen Z angry, welcome back to WeeKenyans, where we bring you the, stories of resilient Kenyans and how we are trying to regain our country back. Heck of the Gen Z. On 25th, we had a very wonderful and success demonstration, but this has actually turned out, the government has actually turned it out to be more of anarchy or whatever they might call it, and they're drawing it to be more of like it's the Kikuyus or the tribal lines that are trying to demonstrate against the government. And Ruto actually had a say today on what he thought about the demonstrations.
Protests, as per the Constitution, must be peaceful and must be undertaken by people who are unarmed. What we saw last week were riots. They were not protests. People armed with all manner of weapons, threatening the police, beating up citizens, burning shops. That is not what is allowed in the Constitution. That is criminal. That is an act of terrorism against citizens of this country. And we have a duty and a responsibility to deal with it firmly, decisively, conclusively.
But anyway, what do you think? Do you think these demonstrations are genuine, especially? Are they organic from Gen Zs? Or is this the aim of the government to try just to taint this demonstration? Because they know very well that they have refused to listen to people. And now that watu wameamua kama mbaya, kaende, and the Gen Zs have said that no to arrogance and no to bad leadership. What we want is we want change. But Kenya Kwanza government has said, for us, you're not going to listen, but we're going to come up with strategies to ensure that we actually interfere with whatever that you're trying to do. So if it's demonstration, we all saw what happened on 25th. Very wonderful demonstration. And the Gen Zs were out in numbers. The videos are there, have been recorded. People were very active in CBD, and most of them were actually denied entry to CBD. But now the government is saying that they were actually looting. But let me take you back when we actually had a protest on justice for Albert Ojwang, and we know what Governor Sakaja and other leaders actually did. They actually hired goons to infiltrate the protest, and it ended up that while the Gen Zs are peacefully protesting and marching on, okay, we have other people who have come to, destroy, steal, and cause havoc so that police can actually brutalize Kenyans. This is very sad, and especially in the state that we are in, still trying to advocate for a better change and a better Kenya, and yet the government is trying to actually dismiss, instead of listening to Kenyans, the government is dismissing what Kenyans are trying to say. Look at this. Even in Parliament, an MP was just trying to give a very critical view about the maandamano. But what did they do? And we know the parliament with our rectangular.
Let me take this opportunity to empathize with the families who lost their loved ones and also people who lost property and livelihoods. Mr. Speaker, let me say that as we condemn and see some people organize the strikes or the riots, let's also recognize that there is a problem in our country. How can our youth be so daring to even want to lose their lives? That means there is a lot of hopelessness. There is a lot of desperation. And this is the thing which we should actually be addressing. How can we help our other GenZs? How can we help the young people? We should not continue condemning other people who do not have instruments of power. Who has the instrument of power? Because we can't keep on blaming other people who have no power, like we keep on...
Member for Kwanza.
Anyway, it just didn't end there. Murkomen has been on the take, especially from the utterances that he made that police should shoot to kill any protester that is approaching her police station. He actually blamed that the protesters were actually trying to snatch the police the guns, and he told them that they have been entrusted with these guns to ensure that they actually make necessary use of them.
Na tumeambia polisi, mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station, piga yeye risasi. Mtu yoyote. Wamsaga ni sawa, wanataka kuchungwa ni sawa, mtu mwenye anaripoti wakora ni sawa, lakini mtu mwenye anajaribu kuenda kuiba bunduki, ati anaenda kunyang'anya polisi bunduki, shika mtu amenyang'anya bunduki, hapa mtu mwenye anatupiwa mawe polisi anataka kuua polisi, ati atakuja kupembelezwa, anafikia bunduki ni madasi. Lakini wananchi wa area hapa mwenye anakuja kuripoti, mwenye amekuja kukosea nini, mwenye amefanya nini, anaandikiwa, unapeleka kotini, hiyo anapelekwa kotini. Lakini mtu mwenye anakuja kuchukua bunduki, lakini ati mtu atakuja ni mambo ya maandamano. Wakati utataka kujipanga kufanya maandamano yako, kuja hapa ambia OCS niko na maandamano tarehe fulani, nitaanza saa 3 na maliza saa 10, barabara ndio hii nataka kufuata, nitakuwa na placards yangu. Wewe sasa jana Mombasa watu walifanya maandamano na hakuna mtu alishikwa, na tuliwawachia wakasunguka vizuri, wakatembea kutoka one corner mpaka ingine mpaka saa 10, wakaenda nyumbani, wakasalimiana na polisi, wakaenda nyumbani.
Na mjue mko na support yangu 100%. Yeah, mungetumia bunduki kupiga hawa asingekuwa na shida kabisa. Si mmesikia hata leo nimetangazia kila mtu kwa Kenya. Si ati ni siri tena. Yeah, nimesema askari mwenye atasumbuliwa ati anapelekwa kotini kwa sababu alitumia bunduki kujichunga ama kuchunga police station ama kuchunga bunge ama kuchunga government office kotini ama wapi, mtu akijaribu kwanza hawezi, because hatuta cooperate. Yeah, we will not cooperate with anybody who is trying to punish police officers who have done their job or protect themselves, protect their life. Hakuna itawezekana. Ya pili, police officer mwenye atakuwa na shida yote tutamchukulia wakili. Hakuna vile tutawacha ati police officer hangaike tu peke yake. Na mtaona hiyo maneno ikisonga. Bora tu usitumie sasa hii nafasi useme haya kwa sababu nitachungwa, acha niende nitembelee jirani hapo ni test. Hapana. Yani you already know kwa your standing orders what it means. Situation kama hii hata watu 10 ngapi wangeumizwa, hakuna shida, because ungefanyia nini sasa police station kama hii?
I mean, who even does that? And this is coming from the CS interior. I mean, it was really sad, and many people have come out strongly to criticize these utterances, because they're still continuing to fuel what Kenyans have actually demonstrated as, them being on a deaf ear and not wanting to listen to what GenZs are saying.
You witnessed a lot of bloodshed in the country recently. Children, people who went out to demonstrate, some of them died. Some of them died, some of them shot by the police officers. Because they are criminals who came out to do deliberate destruction of property. Yes. Those ones we condemn in the strongest terms possible. But the same breath, we must also censor the police. The police should never ever shoot to kill. Police have no license to kill human beings. If somebody has committed a crime, arrest that person and take him before a court of law, charge him. So anybody giving instruction to a police officer that, oh, kama mtu na karibia police station, piga risasi. My shame. Shame on you. Shame on you. We should not encourage taking away of life in a way which is not constitutional. If somebody has committed a crime, that person should be subjected to law. Arrest that person and take him to a court of law, accuse, charge him, and let the court find him guilty and then sentence him. This is the civilized society. That is the society that we want today. And therefore, we condole with those people who have lost their loved ones. But at the same time, we condemn the criminals who deliberately went to destroy people's properties, burning courts, burning police stations. That is not a solution. So we must find a way as a country. This country, we need a proper way. We need a national convention to talk about the way forward, the Kenya we want. That is what is going to solve all the problems that we have in the country today. I thank you.
We know why they are doing this, and we know very well that they have lost, touch with the ground, and touch with the people, touch with the citizens, and they've decided that they do anything possible. We can see the deputy president going around dishing money, the members of parliament going back to their constituency, trying to, create the tribal lines.
Kuyu, Wajaluo, Wakalenjin, Wasomali, na ule Elmolo ni moja na Wamasai. Hata kama president tano, wewe umetupatia president tatu, that does not give you the power to feel that you are more superior, that nyinyi mnashangaa. Mimi namwambia mheshimiwa huyu leader of majority, mimi na Wandai tukukaa kwa cabinet, Wajaluo wako na wangapi? Wawili. Wasomali moja. Wafugaji wote tuko na 3. 14 counties. Serikali yote ni yako. Wewe ukajitoa. Alafu saa hii kama Kibaki alipewa 10, Uhuru alipewa 10, Mkenya mwingine atapewa 10 yake. Na atapewa 10 yake kwa sababu kwa miaka 2.5 mimi nilikuwa katika serikali ya Kibaki, serikali ya Uhuru, serikali ya Ruto. Kwa miaka 2.5 Ruto amefanya kazi nyingi kushinda miaka 10 ya Uhuru. I was the leader of majority. Leo SHA inafanya. Wakulima wamepata mbolea. Viwanda ya sukari imefufuliwa. Uchumi ya nchi imekuwa stable. William Ruto has performed in 2.5 years more than 10 years of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Na tutamchagua William Ruto 2 term kwa sababu amefanya nini? Amefanya kazi. Wangapi wanasema William Ruto? Wangapi wanasema baba? Asante.
GenZs have come out strongly, and Kenyans in general have come out so strong and have said that liwe liwalo, this time there's no division. Because one of the things why they're turning this demonstration into, labeling it to Kikuyu and among the tribal lines is because Gen Z said they are leaderless and they don't have leaders. So there is no one to be cornered that or to be given a handshake like Raila Odinga, sorry to say. And that is why they're getting it very hard to actually, contain this organic demonstration. But anyway, we wait to see how things will fall in place. But we are hoping that Kenyans will continue standing strong. Gen Zs after Tishiwa, and we know very well that this is a revolution that started last year on 25th June, and it will continue until the day the government will listen. And if they won't listen, then I don't know, but something good is coming. A change is coming for Kenya. So tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Are you going to be drawn with the troubled lines that these politicians are trying to do, or do you believe that the Gen Zs and other goodwill Kenyans are going to bring a change? Because this is what we want as we Kenyans. We want a new Kenya, a Kenya that the structures, the systems are working, a Kenya that the citizen can actually feel that the economy is good, not politicians coming to tell us that the economy is good and everything is working. We want to feel it from ourselves. We want to see the money in our pockets. We want to see the businesses thriving, not from the hearsay, but from the practical aspect of everything that we put in place. Anyway, that's it. That brings me to the end. I mean, really sad to see Murkomen uttering such words, and even the president supporting that this is anarchy and not protest. But we're hoping that the government will actually get it, even if it's on the hard way, and they listen to the people. And this is a Kenya that is actually beginning to, revolve around the young people, bringing the change. And we Kenyans know that we are resilient, and we're going to bring that change no matter what. So anyway, until next time, see you.